Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's actually good morning instead of good evening. I know it's 12:05 a.m. and I always promise to get these out to you before I do go to sleep. So, welcome everyone. If it's your first time here with Inspirations for Your Life, a big welcome to you. If you're coming back, well, a super big welcome to you as well for coming back. Thank you so much for that, guys. So, when we think about motivation, there's lots of things that can go through our mind, right? But I want to tell you about believemeachieve.com, which is a great place you can go to right after the show, and it's on 24 hours a day. You can find long form content, short form content, articles, as well as watch full podcasts, videos, etc. of the show, as well as my tech show. Lots of great stuff to do there. So really, really thank you. We are closing out this powerful master topic is the power of story, exploring people, ideas, and events that shape us. And the I should say the granular topic, and the last one for this week is impact and action. Series 4, show 33, episode number 7. All right. So, again, a great big welcome to everyone to Inspirations for Your Life. I am your host, serial entrepreneur, podcast coach, video producer, engineer, graduate student, marketing specialist, and many more things. And I am so grateful to be here as the host of Inspirations for Your Life this evening or this morning. And I'm diving deep into impact in action. It's a conversation about motivation, transformation, and creating meaningful change. Together, I'm going to help you explore how individuals and communities are basically harnessing technology, education, and collaboration to make a real impact. Whether you're a leader, a change maker, or someone seeking inspiration, this episode is packed with strategies, stories, and insights to help you elevate your life and spark positive change, which I know you definitely want. Number one, guys, driving social change through technology. So, technology has the power to transform lives and communicate. From connecting resources in remote areas to providing platforms for education and healthcare, innovative tools are breaking barriers and opening new opportunities. Embracing technology allows individuals and organizations to scale their impact and bring about meaningfulness of change. But I want to share with you that technology is not good, technology is not bad. It's how we choose to use it that makes it so. So we need to be responsible citizens, as the Pope Leo has said not too long ago. That's very, very important. We have to make sure that doesn't get in the way of our ethics for doing good in the world. Number two, empowering underserved communities. True social progress begins with empowering those who face the greatest challenges by providing access to resources, mentorship, and opportunities. Underdeserved communities are around, and we can unlock their potential, break cycles of disadvantage, and build stronger, more resilient futures for everyone. Number three, guys, innovation and innovative solutions for education. Education shapes the future of every community by integrating creativity, technology, and modern teaching methods. We can create engaging learning environments that inspire curiosity, foster critical thinking, and equip students with the skills they need to succeed. Number four, inclusive curricula boost student success. When students see their identities and experiences reflected in their learning, they thrive. Inclusive curricula celebrates diversity, promotes empathy, and encourages every student to engage fully in their education. This approach ensures that learning is relevant, meaningfulness, and the importance of empowering for all. Number five, teacher training transformation classrooms. Teachers are the heart and professors of education, and investing in their development transforms classrooms. Professional development programs, mentorship opportunities, and innovative teaching techniques empower educators to inspire students, adapt to challenges, and create dynamic learning environments. That's really important. Number six, guys, community involvement matters. Communities grow stronger when their members actively participate. Volunteering, supporting local initiatives, and collaborating on problem solving ensures that development is grounded. I think that's important in the needs and the aspirations of those it serves. So, active community involvement builds that cohesion, that invisible glue, and that long term impact that's really priceless, and it can help communities grow exponentially. So, number seven, guys, supporting veterans' career transitions. Veterans bring invaluable skills, experience, and discipline to the civilian workforce. Programs designed to assist them in career transitions provide guidance, mentorship, and opportunities to apply their strengths in new settings. Helping veterans thrive in civilian life is a really important thing, and sometimes that gets forgotten about, but it's an important thing we need to work on. Translating military skills to civilian jobs. The leadership, problem solving, and teamwork skills gained in the military are highly transferable. By identifying how these competencies fit in civilian careers, veterans can confidently navigate new opportunities and make meaningful contributions to organizations and communities. Number nine, guys, programs for workforce reintegration. Workforce reintegration programs empower individuals to re enter the job market with confidence through training, mentorship, and support services that are given, and the ability to let these participants develop skills builds networks and allows them to find meaningful employment that allows them to contribute fully to society. I think that's an important thing. A lot of people that take a job don't realize it's not just a job, it's not just there for a paycheck. It's there to help them make a big difference in the world and empower and feel good. Number 10, improving local government efficiency. Effective local governance is essential for thriving communities. By streamlining processes, improving service delivery, and engaging residents in decision making, local governments can address needs efficiently, enhance transparency, and strengthen community trust. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize is that trust is not something you buy. Trust is not something you just pick up at a store. Trust is something that has to build gradually over time. And if you try to rush that process, you will find that your trust, the little bit you tried to build, will be destroyed like in an instant. All right, guys. Number 11, data driven decisions um, make communities. Data is a powerful tool for positive change. Analyzing trends, feedback, and outcomes enables leaders and organizations to make informed decisions that target real needs, optimize resources, and produce measurable impact, and of course, community. So I think that's a it's a very, very important thing to understand. And so when we know how to work with data a certain way, we can be very, we can be very powerful in the way we can scale things, analyzing trends, the feedback, and the outcomes. It enables leaders and organizations to make informed decisions that target real needs, optimize resources, and produce measurable impact in communities. That's important, guys. Number 12, streamline processes for better services. Efficiency in operations translates to better outcomes for individuals and communities. Simplifying workflows, reducing bureaucratic barriers, and ensuring accessibility allows services to reach more people effectively and, of course, reliably. Number 13, guys, personal stories of overcoming challenges. Hearing real life journeys of resilience inspires action. Personal stories of perseverance, adaptability, and triumph over obstacles motivates others to pursue their goals and reminds us of all that challenges are opportunities in disguise, and we can't let challenges take us down. Number 14, individual actions create collective impact. Even small, consistent actions can ripple out to create widespread changes nationwide. When individuals commit to positive behavior, their influence multiplies through families, teams, and communities, demonstrating that everyone has the power to make a real big difference. Number 15, motivation comes from service and collaboration. You wouldn't expect it, but that is where it comes from. True motivation and fulfillment arise from contributing to something bigger than ourselves. Serving others and collaborating with the like minded people not only fuels innovation, but also helps us foster a culture of mutual support, growth, and lasting impact. I know a lot of people want to lead for one reason. You know what that reason is? Well, they have a big ego. And I think that's a problem for a lot of people that they get stuck in this ego mode and they have to be doing it because they got to prove something. And if you got to do that, guys, like, don't even do it because you're going to harm so many other people in the process. And I think that's something that most people, don't realize that they can make these kinds of changes. But you gotta throw out that ego, guys. You have to throw out that ego. That's a really big thing. Well, here's the part of the show, guys, that I really love. Well, I like the whole show. You guys know that, but this part of the show I really like. This is when I'm going to go ahead and give you basically a motivational, let's say, lesson or story, one for each point tonight. And it's my hope that it will help you solidify and draw you in to the power that you can harness. Sometimes we don't realize how powerful we are until somebody else tells us. Somebody else might tell us, gee, you're intelligent. And you might surmise it, but when somebody else tells us, like, wow, yeah, I'm intelligent. And you know what? It makes you feel good. So, I know a lot of people that like to offer compliments, but if you offer compliments and you're looking for something in return, that's really an empty-handed compliment. Or if you're doing a compliment because if I compliment you, then you're going to do something for me. See, that's not right, right? That I was expecting that. So I want to tell you that in life, when we think about our ego, and we think about the fact that we're doing something that's greater than the power of ourselves. You could be doing something to help a charity. You could be doing something to help a family, a community. There's lots of things you could be doing to help people, right? But out of all these things, you've got to remember one big thing, and that is to be humble. I know a lot of people want to be that leech pin. They want to be that kingpin. They want to be the one that holds it all together. And the truth of the matter is, when you're on a team, well, you all hold it together. So it's not really one person's credit or discredit. You work together as a team. And if you remember, guys, I've said this before, there is no I and there's no me in team. Okay? It's more than one person, right? All right, let's get into some of these stories, and I think you guys are really going to love. So, not long ago, a rural community in Africa had limited access to medical care. Then, through some mobile health technology, residents were able to connect with doctors miles away. Suddenly, life-saving consultants providing consultations and diagnoses and even prescriptions were just a phone call or a telesend away. This was not just about technology, it was about a complete transformation. The lesson is clear. Technology is not about shiny devices and big features. It's about bridging gaps and solving real world problems, challenges. Each of us can look at the tools we already have in our tool belt, our phones, our laptops, our networks, and ask, how can I use this to help someone else? When we use technology with purpose, we turn innovation into impact, empowering underdeserved communities. Think of a young man in a small town who never had access to books or even any kind of learning material. Then a nonprofit set up a community library with free resources and mentorship programs within a year. He was excelling in school, inspiring his peers, and dreaming of becoming a teacher. How about that? Empowerment starts by meeting people where they are and giving them tools to unlock their potential. When we lift up to understand communities, we don't just change individual lives, we create ripple effects that inspire generations, true progress, and it begins when those who once felt invisible are seen, heard, and perhaps valued. Innovative solutions for education is key. During the pandemic, many schools faced the impossible task of keeping students engaged online, which was not easy. One school introduced virtual reality field trips, allowing students to visit museums, explore outer space, and even dive into the ocean. Learning became an adventure, not a chore for a lot of kids. Innovation in education is about sparking some curiosity. When creativity meets technology, students stop memorizing facts and start exploring knowledge. The takeaway: when we think outside the box in education, we don't just teach subjects, we ignite lifelong learning. This is why I love going back to college. Some things are difficult, but you know what? Every single moment that I've had in college, and I know I will continue to have, um, I learned something. I learned something about myself. I learned something about a subject. I learned something about my potential. And that's amazing. Inclusive curricula boosts student success. A classroom that I know once struggled with disengaged students who felt like their experiences didn't matter. Then the teacher redesigned lessons to reflect diverse cultures, voices, and perspectives. Suddenly, students leaned in. They felt seen, respected, and excited to participate. When learning reflects who we are, success naturally follows. Inclusion isn't just about fairness, it's about unlocking potential by connecting learning to their identity. The motivational takeaway, guys, is this: when we embrace diversity in education, we don't just create better students, we create empowered future leaders. Teacher training transforms classrooms, guys. Imagine a teacher who felt burned out and uninspired. After joining a professional development program, well, he learned something very interesting. You know what that was? New strategies for engaging students and managing challenges. He returned to his classroom with a renewed sense of energy, and his students started to flourish. Check that out. Teachers are catalysts for change. When we invest in their growth, we multiply impact across every student they teach. Perfect example: I'm in a course right now and just wrapping up discrete math, advanced discrete math. In the beginning, it was a little difficult. And the professor said to me, John, it's not easy. I know you can do it. Training teachers isn't just professional development, it's planting seeds of inspiration in the next generation to come. Community involvement matters, guys. It's not just some hype, it's not something you do for PR to get on the news. In one neighborhood, a park was falling apart. Instead of waiting for outside help, residents came together to clean, paint, and rebuild it. Within weeks, families filled the park again, and pride in the community started to flourish almost immediately. This story shows us that involvement isn't optional, it's essential. Every act of service, no matter how small, strengthens the fabric of our lives in the community. The lessons don't wait for someone else to fix them. Okay? When we get involved, we create the neighborhoods we want to live in. Supporting veterans' career transitions. A veteran once struggled to find work after leaving the military, feeling his skills wouldn't apply in the civilian world. With mentorship and training, he discovered a new career in logistics and quickly rose to leadership. And because of his discipline and experience, he has a job that he really enjoys. Veterans don't need sympathy, they need opportunity. I think that's like a lot of people. Their dedication, their leadership, and their resilience are invaluable assets. Supporting veterans is not just about jobs, it's about honoring the service by creating pathways for them to thrive and feel needed. I think everybody wants to feel needed, right? Translating military skills to civilian jobs. One former soldier said, I've led teams under pressure, but I didn't think that mattered in business. With guidance, he realized his leadership and decision making skills were exactly what employers needed. He became a successful project manager, leading with true confidence. The lesson is powerful here. Skills may change environments, but their value remains. Veterans and all of us must see that what we've already learned can open doors in unexpected places. Our past experiences are stepping stones, not roadblocks. Programs for the workforce and the reintegration are key too. A single mother once struggled after being out of work for years. Through a reintegration program, she received training in digital skills, mentorship, and support. Soon she landed a stable job and began providing for her family, now again with pride. See, workforce integration is about more than jobs. It's about giving people back their dignity, their purpose, and making them feel, well, like they're part of something, as they belong. The takeaway here is when we create pathways for people to rejoin the workforce, we don't just rebuild careers, we restore their hope. Empowering local government. A town plagued by long waits for basic services embraced new digital platforms to handle requests. Suddenly, residents could now report issues online and get solutions quickly. Trust in local government had skyrocketed. A local library, to me, is now undergoing a pilot project whereby they allow anybody within the greater, let's say, Bergen, Passaic, Morris County to be able to go online and reserve a meeting room or a study room. They always had some use, but now that they've done this automated process, it restricts your time to only 2 hours a day, and their meeting rooms are pretty much full, like all the time. They said that their capacity went from like being like open to being like 99% full a lot of the time because people didn't know this resource was there. Efficiency creates confidence, guys. And when systems work well, people feel valued and respected. And the motivational message here is leadership isn't about power, it's about service. And when service is efficient, it builds stronger communities. Data-driven decisions, they matter in communities. One city used community surveys to find out what residents needed most. The data showed a priority for safer parks and better street lighting. Once changes were made, crime dropped and families felt safer. Data turns guesswork, guys, into impact. When leaders listen and measure results, communities thrive. The lesson, decisions rooted in evidence are decisions that truly last. Of course, streamlining processes for better service is key too. A nonprofit once spent weeks processing applications. After streamlining their systems, families in need received help within days instead of months. The impact was immediate. Lives are improved almost overnight. Efficiency is kindness. When we reduce red tape, we remove obstacles standing in that way of progress. Streamlined processes aren't just about saving time, they're about delivering hope more quickly. And I think this is important for everyone when they know they can get something a lot faster. Some personal stories of overcoming challenges. A young entrepreneur I knew lost his first business and felt defeated. But instead of giving up, he studied his mistakes, adapted, and launched a new venture that became widely successful. His story became a source of inspiration for other people. See, challenge guys, as I said, they're not the end. They're the beginning. They're the training ground for where true success can actually take off. Every obstacle we overcome becomes part of the story that inspires others to rise. Your setbacks may be the very thing that fuels someone else's comeback. So I think we need to definitely share them instead of being worried about our vulnerability. Individual actions create the collective impact. One person in a small town started a recycling project by collecting bottles every weekend. Soon neighbors joined, and within a year, the entire town had a new waste management system. That's pretty cool. Who said one person can't make a difference? Small actions create massive waves. When one person steps up, it inspires others to follow. The lesson is clear. Never underestimate the power of a single act. You may be the spark that lights a movement. Motivation comes from service and collaboration. A group of strangers once came together to build homes for families in need. You know them, Habitat for Humanities. By the end of the project, they weren't strangers anymore. They were bonded by service, united by a purpose, and really left with something priceless: the service that they delivered. True motivation isn't found in what we achieve alone, but in what we accomplish together. It's not found in just a book. Collaboration transforms service into joy and impact into legacy. When we serve side by side, we discover meaning that lasts a lifetime. I mean, I know we think about foxholes and things like that, but the truth of the matter is, it's about building that trust and camaraderie, not because we have to, but because we want to. When somebody trusts us, it's a lot better to be around them than a stranger. It's like that person now has not just respect for us, but they might even have some insights they want to share with us that they wouldn't do if we were a total stranger. So I think it's important to understand all these things. When we serve side by side, we discover meaning that lasts a lifetime. If you do something and say, gee, what am I going to get for it? Well, don't do it, because that's not about service. That's about you trying to prove your ego. I know some of these things are hard and they may hit below the belt, but I want to tell you these things honestly because I care. And I want you to know that if you approach this with the right attitude, not only will you find success, but other people around will actually respect you a lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. I'll catch you guys real soon. Have a great rest of your evening or night.